Alright, so I kind of did something. I went and got a cargo basket. That was so stupid. I went and got a cargo basket for the top of my 4Runner. I'm trying to spend less money because I am going rather broke trying to come up with ideas for YouTube. So I got this basket at Walmart where I'm actually sitting right now in the back of the parking lot. I'm gonna try and put it together as fast as possible and show you what it looks like, how to put it together. In a few weeks, I'll tell you how I feel about it, if it's worth it or you should just go ahead and buy one of the major brands out there. But yeah, let's go ahead and knock it out. All right, so this is what we're actually working with. This cargo basket right here. It says it holds about 150 pounds and it was only like 70 bucks. You can't really beat 70 bucks unless it's complete garbage. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and see exactly what all it has in the box. If you can see the box is kind of like trash. So I'm pretty sure that something's missing out of the box. Hopefully not, hopefully not. Let me go ahead and open the box. All right, so here's what comes in the box. You got your basket, of course. Those two pieces right there connect the center pieces. Here's all your hardware. You got 8 of everything, including these little screws. Don't lose those. The instructions, bottom mounted piece that goes under your crossbars, and then those pieces. 2 things you'll need is a 14mm, a wrench, and then a Phillips screwdriver. All right, first things first, let's go ahead and grab these center supports. They say put these together first, and all they do is one small goes into one big. Just like that. They are not structurally sound. So it says 150 pounds, and I believe 150 pounds is probably stretching it. And then big goes into small with these. And big goes into small with these. That's the first step. After you get that together, I'll go ahead and flip it over. Then go ahead and take those little teeny screws and then screw them into this. There's 4 of them. One right there. And those are the little teeny ones right there, that the Phillips head. And then also you got one there, you have one there, and again on the same side over there and over there. Don't tighten them all down until they're all done. That's the one thing I didn't tell you is you will need a 14mm wrench to hold the nut. All right, so now that you have those tightened down, go ahead and flip it back over. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna find these brackets right here, and then you're gonna lay it on each of the pre-drilled holes. You see the pre-drilled holes? So it's gonna rest just like that. The bars are gonna hold it right where the bends are. And you'll do it for all 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you're gonna grab that 14mm bolt, 2 of them, and then 2 nuts. It comes with standard nuts, and it also comes with locking nuts. See the gasket inside there? You don't use the locking nuts, you'll use the standard nuts first. Then you'll take the 2 bolts, run it through the top, out the bottom. Don't be like me and put all the brackets on first. They're gonna eventually fall off. Like that one to my right, sliding on the pole. Actually all of them now. That's one. And then take the second one, run it through, screw the bolt. And now that you got one done, go ahead and do the other 3. All right, so now that you have all 8 of those on, grab your ratchet, grab your wrench, and then tighten them all down. You ain't gotta go crazy with it, just tight. Go ahead and do that to the other 6. All right, so the next step, after you get that basket all done, get on your roof and loosen up your crossbars. Yours may not be like mine, but most of them have a twisty knob. You just twist it and it makes it being able to move. So once you got them all loose, go ahead and grab your basket. Better to have a second person, but I'm by myself. So what you want to do now is position the bars in the dead center of these little mounting brackets you put on the top. Don't tighten up your crossbars just yet, because you're gonna have to stick the under plate and then tighten the lock nut one up there. All right, so once you have everything ready to go and grab these other brackets that were in the box. They're gonna go like this. So the curve's gonna go down. That way you're gonna put it on the bottom and then tighten it up. There's your lock nut. And don't tighten them all the way down until all of them are ready to be tightened down. All right, so take your first one, go underneath. I'll grab the camera in a second so you can see it. Don't matter if it moves. Just try not to let it move. And grab a lock nut. And grab a second one for the other side. All right, so this is what you're looking for. Well, minus the crookedness. But you want to put the plate on and then put a nut on. And the same thing for that side. You may have to lift up a little bit to get it up in there. But yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. And then do the other three. All right, so once all four of them are around your crossbars, they say measure 24 inches and then tighten them down. But me, I don't like that. So I'm gonna eyeball it left to right and front to back. This part's up to you if you want to measure and have it exact. You can always measure from that side all the way across and then cut it into fourths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, however you want to do it. All right, once you get it where you want to get it, grab that 14 millimeter and then tighten up the fronts. And when you get that right, then move to the back. And then you might have to move the crossbars forward or backwards to find the center of that bottom plate right there. See how it dips down? That dip has to be on the crossbar. All right, so once you got all those tightened up, as you can see, it's not going anywhere. It is hollow, so it is gonna move a little bit because these bars are completely hollow. After you have it where you want it, so that's where I want it, so I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up all these little twisty knobs. And if anybody's wondering, I stand on the tire when I get up here. All right, so the absolute very first impression I have of this thing, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. And then after closer inspection, that's where the sticker was. Let's rip that off. But right to the right of it, it's starting to rust. And if you can see, it's starting to bubble up here too. So that means there's a lot of rust right up in this area right here. I'm gonna try and save it because it's not a bad cargo rack, cargo basket, cargo whatever for 70 bucks. Because the competition, it's like 600 all the way up to 2,000. As you can tell, it's pretty centered if you look at the wing, the radio. It is gonna be a little complicated for some of y'all because it's gonna move every time you ratchet. So I'd buy some ratcheting wrenches, not just some wrenches, because you're gonna be doing that forever. Go ahead and tighten it down one more time and then you're done.